Here's a question for you. Does it matter who is right or what is right? Today's video, I'm going to talk about both of these things and which one is actually most important. Let's check it out. Hi friends, welcome back. Question for you. Does it matter who is right or what is right? Who knows? I want to talk about this today because this is something I read in a book called Psycho Cybernetics. I'll put a link in the description, which is a very powerful book. It's quite a big book and it's certainly an interesting read. I'm not going to explain all the massive details about the book, but check it out. You know, look on Amazon, and it's an amazing book, and it's about behavior and psychology and things like that. The statement I want to refer to from the book is, it doesn't matter who is right, but what is right. And I want to explore that concept with you today. The whole question around who is right. Now this is generally in a conversation and potentially an argument to two people or multiple people about which one is right. Now I've touched on this before when talking about, is it better to be right or happy? And happy is the answer on that one. Where you can just bash your point of view and hammer home the fact that you are right to the detriment of happiness for not only yourself but for the other person or for everyone around you. And so it doesn't really matter, you know, whether you're right or wrong in that context. If you know you're right, fine. You may not even convince the other person that they're wrong and you're right, but in doing so, in bashing that point home that you are right, you're not happy, they're not happy, nobody wins. Yes, well done, you're right. Excellent. Have a gold star. Ultimately, everyone's unhappy. Really, it doesn't matter who's right as such. So it leads on from that point about being right or being wrong. Now, I said, in an argument or conversation, there's a potential for one person to be right, the other person to be wrong. And that's all well and good. And sometimes it's an opinion, in which case you can't have right or wrong. But if it's a factual thing, there may well be one person right, one person wrong. Now let's move over to the other side of it with what's right and what's wrong. Depending obviously on your mindset and I guess whether or not you're a psychopath, who knows? I don't know, hopefully not, probably not if you're watching my video. It's the fact that doing the right thing is always best, and I talk about this all the time. It's so important to always be honest and live an authentic life and be the true you and do the right thing. And I mentioned before about helping people in work, and it's the fact that I may be a little bit lower in my ranking or rating, but I'm doing the right thing by helping other people. That's the point. It doesn't really matter about the consequences as such. If you're doing the right thing that's morally and ethically right, then that's the right thing. Just being a good, honest human being and being a decent person. Doing the right thing is hugely, vitally important. Always, as a decent member of humanity, basically. Do good to other people. Simple as that. So, based on that, it's actually very obvious. If you look at the two subjects, it's always important to do the right thing, and it's not actually that important who is right. It's pushing a pointless argument to make sure that you're right. And so, based on that, completely substantiates the point of it doesn't matter who is right, but what is right. And I could not agree more with this statement, because who is right is irrelevant to anything. It's almost an opinion. It doesn't matter who is right. If you're going down the road and someone cuts in front of you in the car, you're in the right, they're in the wrong. Often, and I have been less so now, but I have been guilty of this, you're kind of giving them the finger and shouting and swearing at them from inside your car, trying to prove that point that you're right and they're wrong. But why? You're still right, they're still wrong. Whether or not they know that and they know that you're telling them that is not going to change the situation. They've still cut in front of you, that's it. And in all of that shouting and gesticulating, you're getting annoyed, you're getting wound up and stressed. They're probably getting annoyed and wound because you're doing that to them. So nobody wins in this situation, but...
Yeah, you're right, again. Well done, have a gold star.
But it hasn't changed the situation at all. So what's the point? There is literally no point to that. There's no upside, there's no benefit at all, apart from,
I'm gonna tell them I'm right.
who cares? It really doesn't matter. But you're doing the right thing by driving properly. So literally in that case, doing the right thing is better than being right. If you think about any situation and think about, okay, proving that I'm right or doing the right thing, every single time doing the right thing will win. There's no situation where that's not the case, unless you're a complete psychopath, in which case it's anyone's game. But on the assumption that you're not, and I assume you're not because you're watching the video, so in summary, it's an obvious thing. We're looking at that statement. It doesn't matter who is right, but what is right. When you break that down and look at each thing individually, it's very, very, very obvious. And hopefully you can see that. What I'd love you to take away from this is when you're in a situation whereby it's possible where you may need to prove you're right or do the right thing, just think about it. Maybe just step back, take a breath, just think about it. Do you have to be right? Does it matter? Is it going to change anything apart from massaging your own ego? Is it going to change anything? No. But is doing the right thing going to be changing anything? You may think not, but ultimately it will, because you'll be doing the right thing from a moral point of view. The other person's gonna respect it. Even if they don't respect it, it doesn't matter. You're not doing it for the external validation from other people. You're doing it for you. You doing the right thing as opposed to pushing your point that you're right will win every single time. So I hope you got some value from this. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button till it's nice and blue. And if you haven't already and want to get more videos like this, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I upload videos daily and your support means so much to me, keeps me going, and love creating this content for you. But for now, I will say goodbye and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Thanks again for watching, guys. I really, really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so down here and check out my other video down here. And remember, live your best life and profit from that passion. See you next time. Bye-bye.